Comics. Be in a revolving loop if I don't move this phone. Can you hear me now? Anything going through now? Yeah, y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me. Yeah, we got it. Okay, we were having audio issues. I'm sorry about that. I think my other stream was still up. It was a long stream. So give me an extra second. I'm sorry we already took up 5 minutes, but it took me a second. Thank God there's nobody really in here, but I appreciate it. I also have to send out the tag that we're on. I gotta also do one more thing. Where's it at? Description. Sorry, just give me a second. Alright. Then you got the controller. Alright, hold on, people. Thank you. Welcome to Bloodsucking Gamers Pokemon Level 101. We're about to get into this like we always do. Give me a second. I have to take an allergy pill. Dave's about to start the game up, but since there's nobody really in here, we're going to give people a second. I know how people usually pop up after we done did the stream and then they watch the stream. So if I was you, I'd recommend jumping to about the 15-minute mark. That way everybody knows where we are, so I'm going to give it about 5 minutes. All right. Oh, shit. That's a good one. Just freaking out shit coming out of that stand. Again, I said a 15-minute mark, so give me a moment. You won't listen to me talk, you can. We ain't talking about shit. Nothing new here. Nothing new here. How was your day? How about y'all talk to us? We do this a lot. Excuse me. One more minute, y'all. One more minute. Give me one more minute. By now, you're not gonna be. Welcome to the stream. Make sure you guys can hear me out there. I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah, they can. Yeah. So Dave is going to do what he does best. Hold on, let me get him the screen. I gotta open him out for a second. But yeah, welcome to Pokemon 101, where we always go over, you know, the history and the facts about the Pokemon franchise. Is the controller working, Dave? Last week we went over the movies and the television show. We talked about voice actors. We talked about all the people that put in a lot of work with the television show, and we talked about Satoshi Tajiri, the creator, father of Game Freak, creator of Pokemon. Just everything about him. If you want to know, I'm not gonna keep recapping. We have the recap. You can go and look it up. I want you to look it up. I dare you to look it up. I double dare. I triple, quadruple dog this. But you get the point. So yeah, so we have that. All that's up, and we're telling people about the quizzes. Don't forget about the quizzes that we're putting up, because we do have some prizes. And honestly, if you are interested, and everybody keeps looking, today we will have the prizes that we have. Not gonna get them all, but everybody gets a shot at something. So that's how we do it. Give me a second. I want to just add something to the screen. Yeah, just watch Dave start his game. Oh yeah, I got some sweet cards. So I'm waiting for more people to hop in for a second, because we're gonna be playing for a while. Huh. That's interesting. I'm trying to add something, it's just not appearing. Welcome to this Wednesday night. Huh. Really interesting. Why is that working? Whatever. We'll figure some stuff out. I'm still playing with Streamlabs while I'm waiting for people to jump in. Don't worry if y'all don't. What's up, people? Welcome to Pokemon Level 101. We're about to get into this in a second. I'm just giving people time to hop in. Yeah, we got a special. This is probably what you guys have been waiting for. Pretty sure it's what everybody's been waiting for. Just give me a second. I'm trying to put up the video. But we have a good Pokemon 101 for you today. Check out Dave. He's actually gotten into the game. He figured out what he's been trying to do the whole time. Shit.
Picking up where I left off. Trying to get out this fucking cave.
Get out the cave, bro.
Alright, see you, bro.
So today we're going to talk about what everybody loves and everybody can play in Pokemon. Pokemon going mobile. Pokemon being able to be carried around with you. So we went from the Game Boy to the real world. We're going to talk more about that in a second. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we can talk about here. If you're in the group and you're in the message, say hi, what's up, tell us what's up. We got a lot going on tonight. So, that's Norton antivirus. I thought that was somebody saying something. Norton antivirus popped up. It's like, it's time to update your Norton. Be careful what you're playing with. So, today we're talking about going mobile. Basically talking about Pokemon Go. We got a little bit more involved into this, but who here has Android? I have an Android.
I do.
I have an Android.
Team Android.
So tell me how it plays on iPhone. What the hell? Get off my screen. Nah, don't start that. Let's go Sixers. Yeah, let's go Sixers. Also, like I was saying earlier, if you just hopped in, we're also going to show some of the prizes that we give away during the quiz at the end of all of this. There's a total of 6. I said it was a total of 5. We're doing 6. We added one more just because we found some interesting things out while we were looking up our information. We researched. We Pokemon researchers. We got this. Gotta catch some of them. So let's just say, yeah, I'm a Pokemon researcher, exactly. But let's say you got your socks on. If only we got a video, we'll show your socks later. We'll show them the socks later. But if you're not a Pokemon researcher, you've probably seen them, me, congregating at crazy hours, days and nights, outside at a sandwich shop, at the shores, lakes, rivers, hospitals, zoos, balloons. Yeah, that's us. Eyes glued to our cell phones. We're not just looking at porn. We might be playing video games. They're together but somehow apart, both in this world and in the world somewhere else. So riveted by what they're doing that occasionally one doesn't even see that the fire hydrant, and then wham, you fall, end up on your butt, you're skateboarding, looking at your phone, slip. I'm not gonna say anything. Let's just say I've done some things. So if you've probably seen this, it's probably because we're playing Pokemon Go. It's a wildly popular game for mobile devices that sends plenty of players in the real world in search of virtual Pokemon. Using the phone's GPS and clock, Pokemon Go allows players to channel their inner ass Ketchum as they catch them all, returning Pokemon to its roots as a game that not only entertains people but connects them. Let's talk about being connected. T-Mobile. Staying connected. T-Mobile's the only one that was like, Pokemon Go don't use your data no more. I was like, let's go T-Mobile. To date, there have been more than 1 billion downloads of the mobile app around the world. It's more than 1 billion people. I will bust you in your face, cat. My cat ready to run. Yo, every time I start streaming, my cat's like, I'm on it. Hold up. What's he about to do? He better go get his food. Pokemon Go launched in 2016. Damn, Pokemon's been out. What is it, 5-year anniversary? Pokemon Go? Yeah. This year, 5 years. Like this month, technically. I think it came out in May 2016. I know it's like the beginning of the summer. I remember it was warm. First Pokemon I caught, and I still have a picture of it. It was an Eevee. I bullshit you not. I was in CVS. I was working in CVS, and the first Pokemon I caught was an Eevee in the back room on the shelf. I was like, oh, it's an Eevee in the back room on the shelf. Everybody come quick. Everybody just looked at me and was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Little did I know, 1 week later, those same people were like, what the fuck are you talking about? We're like, yo, I found a Bulbasaur. Talking shit. I remember it. I won't forget it. For real. So, enough about me. What about you? Let's talk about it. So, the creation of a San Francisco-based company called Niantic, whose chief John Hankey, grew up in a tiny Cross Plains, Texas, with a population of 982, playing video games on a $500 Atari while dreaming of becoming a Silicon Valley mogul. He says, I was reading Byte magazine and reading about Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak and all the characters in California that were inventing personal computers, Hankey said. It all seemed like a remote foreign place that I wasn't connected to, an impossible thing to be part of. But it was something that I wanted, he told Forbes. By the early 2000s, Hankey's success in gaming startup brought him, where did it bring him? Thank you, phone. Brought him to Google, where he oversaw Google Earth and Google Maps before landing an internal startup called Niantic to develop games. In 2015, Niantic spun off on its own with $30 million from Google. I wish Google would just lend me $30 million. Like, here, we have faith in you. Excuse me. Like, thank you, Google. $30 million from Google, Nintendo, and the Pokemon company it created, Pokemon Go. The concept was built on one that Niantic had used for a successful game, Ingress, built around augmented reality or AR, in which players' real-world experience are enhanced by the virtual playground of their computer and phones. Shouts out to AR. AR app. I mean, augmented reality. After downloading the game, players customize their in-game characters and then get to catch their first 3 Pokemon by throwing a Pokeball at them. The game heightens otherwise everyday experiences so that even a modest convenience store parking lot could feel as exotic as the forest, caves, beaches, islands, and cities in the Pokemon universe. You know, those are the places that I probably wouldn't be even if I lived in the Pokemon universe. It's wild out there. I'd be like, yo, I'm gonna stay in this city. Last time I went in the cave in Pokemon, I got stuck in there for a couple months. So let's talk about this. You want to hear some funny stuff? So watch your step whenever you play the game and avoid real life dangers. Sometimes reality gets a little too real for Pokemon Go players with a number of crimes, mishaps, even murders linked to the game. Oh shit, there's murders linked to Pokemon Go. I gotta read about that. Anybody want me to look up the murders? If you want me to look up the murders of Pokemon Go, let me know. You got 30 seconds. Make it count. You want me to talk about the murders of Pokemon Go? Let's continue. A Pokemon Go player in Nashua, New Hampshire was looking for monsters in Pokemon or at a Pokestop in 2016. Instead, came across a body floating in a brook, which would be terrible enough if it wasn't the only time it happened. That same year, another player in Riverton, Wyoming, was searching for a water Pokemon and instead came across a body floating in the Wind River. Damn. An Arizona couple was arrested on child neglect charges in 2016 after leaving their 2-year-old at home while heading out to hunt for Pokemon. And in California, 2 men playing the mobile game literally fell off a beachside cliff and had to be rushed to the trauma ward. All right, man, come on, bro. Damn. So many mishaps arose in nearby Coronado with people. Sorry, I don't know why that was a hard word to read. It's still kind of a hard word to read when I look at it. With people playing while driving, the police posted signs on the road that read "No Pokemon and driving." We regularly post "Do not text and drive," a city spokeswoman said. So we thought it was a natural transition. That warning could have helped a man in Baltimore who plowed his Toyota RAV4 into a parked police car while playing Pokemon Go at the wheel at 3 a.m. Luckily, the officers were out of the patrol car playing Pokemon. It's like, nah, I just added that part. They said when the driver got pulled over, he literally said, "That's what I get for playing this dumb game. I bleeped myself." In some cases, things get more violent. Damn. When a player in a pile in Las Vegas, would that be you? They got us in this? When a player in a pile in Las Vegas fought back against a thief who stole a cell phone, a knife fight broke out and sent 1 man to the hospital. In worst case scenarios, a person can wind up dead. That's what happened during a late night Pokemon game in Albuquerque, New Mexico, when a player and her boyfriend looked up from their phones and happened to witness 2 men robbing another person. One of the robbers opened fire, killing the woman. A 20-year-old man was fatally shot in San Francisco's Fisherman's Wharf while playing Pokemon Go 2. Police called it a random attack. Okay. Other times, following Pokemon into a new, different place leads to other dire consequences. In Palm Coast, Florida, 2 teens were shot outside a house after a man overheard one of them say, "Did you get anything?" They weren't casing the house for a robbery. The teens were looking for a Marowak and a Taurus. And in Ohio, 2 Pokemon Go players scaled a fence and entered Toledo Zoo tiger enclosure looking for pocket monsters and instead got arrested for trespassing. Alright. I blame them for all of this shit. You broke into a Toledo Zoo to
catch Pokemon. You already knew it was wrong. You just happened to be like, I don't care. I just don't care. So why do I care that you didn't care? What if you jumped in the tiger enclosure and the tiger was still there? Because it wasn't like they broke into it while it was open. It said it was closed. So they broke into a Toledo zoo while the zoo was closed.
Stupid.
I bet you they really broke in for some other shit and it was like, oh no, we were chasing Pokemon. I'm not dumb. That's really what you guys did. We ain't stupid. I do feel bad for the two that got shot because they were outside the guy's house trying to catch a marijuana tourist. They're not worth getting shot over. Now, if it was a Yugioh or a Celebi or something. No, ain't no Pokemon worth getting shot over. Unless it's a legendary Charizard card. That might actually like really might be worth getting shot over. Somebody was like 350,000. After Pokemon Go launched, several people tweeted about walking into trees and even falling off of horses while playing the game. It prompted authorities to post warning signs.
So many trees. Branches.
Branches, definitely. I'm tall. I walk in the branches regardless. But I think the one I do the most is I stumble over curbs. I just do that. Is Pokemon Go animal abuse?
Sure.
Sure, they're just critters on the screen, and not even real ones at that. But the people of the ethical treatment of animals, PETA. It's always effing PETA. I'm sorry, PETA. I think you have your head up your butt. I don't want to talk too dirty about you because this is live, and you can take me to court for all that. What's that called? Slander. We're not gonna talk that. But I used to work at a zoo. Let's just say that. End the story with PETA. PETA likens the treatment of the monsters in Pokemon Go to actual animal abuse. Catching Pokemon really isn't much different from taking animals out of the wild and putting them in zoos, circuses, and other places that exploit and abuse them. That's what they said. Yeah, okay. The organization said in a Gotta Free Them All campaign. Gotta free them all, though? So if PETA ever wanted to talk about this, I'd be like, oh yeah, you should go play Pokemon Black and White. You would love it. Gotta Free Them All campaign. Noting that pocket monsters are torn from their families and held captive in Pokeballs. It would be one. See, this is what I'm talking about. PETA's literally head up their ass. I didn't even read this. It would be wonderful if Nintendo could leverage the passion that people have for fictional Pokemon to help real-life captive animals, such as the orcas imprisoned at SeaWorld or the tigers who live behind bars in the Ringling Brothers Circus.
Damn Carol Baskin.
Damn you, Carol Baskin. So I agree with PETA on a level with this, what they're trying to talk about, but the animals that are at SeaWorld and Ringling Brothers are the least of your problems. This is just the publicity-savvy organization's latest attack on all things Poke, which goes back to complaints about the original video game. Pokemon are not ours to use or abuse, they said. They exist for their own reasons. We believe that this is the message that we should send to children. Thank you, PETA. Researchers say PETA has it all wrong. One study found Pokemon Go players are more sociable, less anxious, and better pet owners, and that people who play while walking their dogs develop a deeper bond with their animal. Yeah. I can't do that with walking my dog because my dog likes to pull me. And then when he doesn't pull me, I'm like, you're up to something. Like, what do you got in your mouth? Oh, so we talked about murder and animal abuse. Let's talk about something a little more uppity and happy. Did I just say uppity? You uppity. So it seems Pokestops are a new singles bar. What did he just do? Screw you, Gizmo. It's perfect as a dating game. Make sure you don't got the cord. Animals. See animal abuse. Yeah, okay. I'm worried about the cat and everything. I'm like sitting here like, I care about my animals. Karen North, professor of digital social media at the USC Annenberg School, told Wired, "You meet someone with a common interest, engage in an activity together, and get a new challenge for tomorrow and the next day. One dating site, Project Fix Up, which hooks up people around their shared interest in food and drinks, unveiled Poke Dates. The response was overwhelming. We weren't expecting Poke Dates to be this popular. Project Fix Up's Daniel Korenevsky told the Washington Post, "We thought it was an awesome idea, but did not think the universe would necessarily agree, and we are now scrambling a bit." Like they weren't expecting their sites to go up like that. That's cool for them. You can find love. Just be a geek. Just be a geek. So, let's talk a little bit more about Pokemon Go. So the little monsters appear on the screen, and their characteristics can be based on the actual location. So aquatic Pokemon will pop up near streams and lakes, while bug Pokemon pop up near grass. Ghostly Pokemon only pop up at night. There's your answer to why you don't have any ghost Pokemon. Players will never run out of Pokemon to catch. The game started with the original 151, but now I think the numbers are over 600 or something like that. And some Pokemon are very, very hard to find. When players locate a Pokemon, they swipe the screen and toss a Pokeball to capture them. Catching Pokemon boosts their experience level, which translates to amassing more tools for the game, like candies that help evolve the Pokemon. You know what those candies come from, right? Oh, you sent it to Professor Oak. He sent you back some candy. So what you do with the Pokemon, Professor Oak? Let's talk about what you do with the Pokemon, Professor Oak. Killed them.
Millions of people transferring Pokemon.
He said, "Yo, these tourist steaks are really good." I'm on to you. The game takes players to Pokestops, actual places in the real world, from ponds to churches where players can get all sorts of helpful Poke items. From more Pokeballs to potions, Poke eggs, and additional experience points. Damn, I just remember I gotta hatch that egg. I actually just got an egg. I walked the 12 kilometers. It's north anywhere. They keep popping up. I walked the 12 kilometers. I don't know what it could be. I got it from the Pokemon. What's it, Pokemon so much? I got it from the Team Rocket battles. Pokemon. Get out here. Get in the house. You know you can even get like hats, gloves, socks, and stuff to dress your avatar now. There's even like sponsorships with T-Mobile and stuff where you can get a lot of like little bags and gift stuff. Sticking together, right? They was like, "Yo, we're capitalizing." Same difference. While the game is technically free, Pokemon Go offers paid features like buying more incense to lure monsters with the aroma, incubators for Poke eggs, additional storage to carry more Pokemon, even fashionable hats, gloves, socks. I already said all that. We already know. As players reach higher levels, the game takes them to new places with different experiences. Best of all, gets gamers, a notorious housebound bunch, out into the fresh air and interacting with other people, a phenomenon that the blog Gizmodo joked about in this headline. Sore legs became pandemic as Pokemon Go players accidentally get exercise. He probably wrote that before the pandemic. He was like, I take that back. Now there's more Pokemon players sitting on the couch. I hope he took that back. You're spending time with the real people, Hanky told Fox. It might be your family members, it might be your friends. It might be people that you befriended through playing the game. But those relationships are real and it's fun. And the game is a catalyst for just hanging out and going places and spending time together. That doesn't get old. And he's right, it doesn't. I do it at work though. I wish more people hung out with me while I play Pokemon. Yeah, join me for some raids. My information is Stark in this mom. Let's see. Let's talk about some people. Let's make fun. Ooh, and I got something else I want to talk about going mobile. And this is also, this is gonna be fun. My transitions are great. But let's talk about some famous fans real fast, because who loves Pokemon more than Chrissy Teigen? I want to know what Chrissy Teigen's thinking. Don't you want to know what Chrissy Teigen's thinking? I want to know everything about Chrissy Teigen. Somebody spell that. She said Pokemon Go seems to have sent the model/TV host into an existential crisis. Am I too old to catch Pokemon? She asked on Twitter in 2016. Apparently the answer was no. Until it got to be too much for her. I'm over Pokemon. Please, let's pretend I never played and I never bought hundreds of pounds of incense. Well, that's your problem. You have an addiction. I think Chrissy Teigen has an addiction. And talking about addiction, I think the biggest addiction affecting America right now is Pokemon TCG. I think we really need to talk about this. I think the biggest addiction afflicting your children and your wallet is the fact that you can't stop buying Pokemon cards. You need a hit of that Pokemon, that sweet, sweet Pokemon card. You gotta open it. You wanna hit that Charizard. You said, is this holograph? This is a holograph. You toss the rest away. You said, I'm tired of duplicates. Toss the rest away. If you have a Pokemon addiction, I want you to call in right now. I want you to tell us right now. And just so you know, you don't have to be afraid. I have a Pokemon addiction too. They gave me a Pokemon coin with a chip on it. It's basically like that coin they give you at AA. And every time I think about it, I look at that coin. It's a Mewtwo. I will show you that coin. It's with me right now. Again, if you have a Pokemon addiction, let me know. We're going to talk about the cards, though, just because I have a Pokemon card addiction. You know, the Pokemon card game actually launched in 1996. It's just as costly as the actual game. It's about $30 billion worldwide. How do I know this? Because they have a lot of my money. Pokemon addiction. As the first Pokemon video games, Red and Blue soared in popularity in Japan in 1996. Executives at the Pokemon Company believed that they had a narrow window of time. They wanted to cash in before the fickle game players ditched the little monsters for other amusements. They scrambled to complete the follow-up games Gold and Silver and brainstormed merchandising opportunities. Yes, they did. For me, Pokemon Gold and Silver represents the finish line. The company's president and CEO, I'm going to butcher his name. I can say his last one. Ishihara. I know his first name, but Ishihara. He recalled, so at that time, I worked with the assumption that after we put out Pokemon Gold and Silver, my work as far as Pokemon was concerned would be done. Among the consumer's tie-ins, an animated TV show, a movie, clothing, and a set of cards to collect, trade, and use in a tactical version of the video game. Released shortly after the Red and Blue games, and the cards proved to be far more than just a successful offshoot. The Pokemon trading card game soon took off like wildfire. It seemed every school kid in the world had a pack of 60 colorful cards in their backpack. Ishihara realized this work and profits were far from done, which is funny because I was thinking while I was saying it. Yes, I had Pokemon cards. We all have Pokemon cards. I actually have a story about the Pokemon cards, and I'm going to tell you a little bit because I read a lot. You should know about me. If my cousin ever hears this, he's going to crack up. So, when I was in 6th grade, there was a blackout in my school, so they had everybody going to the gymnasium, and everybody had Pokemon cards. There was a point where like they made everybody circle the wall, so everybody was just sitting in the middle, and while everybody was on the wall, everybody was literally trading Pokemon cards. And I started off with a booster pack. I only had 10 cards. I didn't have anything but those 10 cards. But with those 10 cards, I had like cards that people were like, oh, I got extra holographs, I'll give them to you. So by the end of this day, I had a holographic Jolteon, a holographic Scyther, and a holographic Clefairy, which I always got pissed. And a Jigglypuff. I had a holographic Jigglypuff. And and my cousin traded some cards. But while we were doing this, there was this other kid. He was a 8th grader. We were in 6th grade, and the kid, he was an asshole. Like he was like one of those kids. Like before Pokemon cards came out, he was an asshole. He thought he was the shit at basketball. He thought he was that dude. Like like everybody remembers like that one kid in elementary school that thought he was the shit because like their brothers went to school or something. So anyway, he had all these Pokemon cards. Like he was like talking shit, and my cousin noticed while he was talking shit, he had 3 Charizards, holographic Charizards. And this is when the card game literally just came out. So having a holographic Charizard wasn't as rare as you might think. Now it's rare as fuck. But back then, like, somebody having 3 holographic Charizards was nothing. My cousin had 2 holographic Charizards. Actually, no, he had 1 holographic Charizard. This is going to lead to how he got 2 holographic Charizards. So, mind you, I had 10 cards. I had like 4 holographics. Like, everybody was in school. So, when we were going out and everybody was getting on the bus, he was like talking, the kid was talking with his cards in his hand to like his friends and shit. And my cousin went right behind him and smacked his cards all up in the air. Like they went flying. It was like leaves falling because the weight of the air was catching the cards. And everybody saw the cards in the air and it was like, holy shit. And like everybody ran after the cards. And when everybody ran after the cards, my cousin just went to pick up the Charizard. While he went to pick up the Charizard though, of course he grabbed all these Pokemon cards because he was like the first one. But the bull didn't know it was him because when he smacked the cards up in the air, obviously I don't know how my cousin did it. He did like the duck, like the dude turned right, he left, like that type of shit, duck behind him. So by the time the bull turned the right way, everybody was already rushing. He picked up the Charizard and a bunch of cards. He gives me the rest of the cards, keeps the Charizard, right? He said there were 2 more Charizards on the ground. I found out later that my other friend, I think his name was Mason, he had the other Charizard. And it was funny as shit because to that day, like the bull knew they had the Charizard, but he couldn't prove it because he wasn't going to get it from him. So, like that's how like my cousin ended up with 2 Charizards, and he's mad to this day because I think his mom threw out his cards. But yeah, that's a Pokemon story for you. More than 2 decades, which it has been. That's around when this story was. More than 2 decades and many additions, changes, and innovations later, the trading card game remains an important pillar in the Pokemon empire. Over 30 billion cards have been sold worldwide for total revenue of 11 billion, or about 10% of all the money Pokemon is raked in, making it the world's 2nd most successful trading card game after Magic the Gathering, and ahead of Yugioh as being number 3. Wow, Yugioh is the shit still. Good shouts out to Yugioh. The Pokemon cards also drive an increasingly lucrative collectible industry with 6-figure sales for the rarest and most valuable cards. So let's talk about some of the rarest and most valuable cards right now. Just let's get into that so we don't lose out on things. Sorry. So I wish there were more people. If there were more people in here, I would load up some of these photos, but I don't feel like doing all this extra work for you to watch this later. Sorry, you could have had a lot. The most valuable Pokemon cards collectible market has exploded in the past 2 years, with cards fetching record 6-figure sales at auctions and even bigger evaluations on trade. Out of the 30 billion Pokemon cards shipped, these ones that we're about to talk about are like the coveted ones. These are like you're not ever gonna see or have these cards in your life. I'm sorry. There's no way. And if you do, congratulations. How much money did you lose? That's how this shit works. So I'm pretty sure most people have heard about it. If you haven't, I'm gonna talk about it. The Pikachu Illustrator card, which is a value of $900,000. And it's a Japanese card. It's a limited edition prize card. These were awarded in 1998 to winners of the Kora Kora Comic Illustrator Contest, in which readers entered cards of their own creation for a chance of seeing them published in a monthly manga magazine aimed at kids. With only 39 created, these are considered the rarest cards of all, with one in near perfect condition selling recently for $195,000 in 2019. Yeah. And that was like just one they found. Top value, $900,000. crazy, right? The second card, which is the card we just talked about. Brandon, if you ever listen to this, I'm sorry. I know you're sad. Which is the first edition Charizard base. And it's from the base set. Hell, it's not even holographic. God damn. The first card released in the U.S. in 1999. They range in price from $10 on eBay to $369,000 for a Charizard, which was sold in December of 2020 at an auction. The hell was that? Hold on 1 second. I just want to make sure it wasn't one. You never know. Your ceiling start falling apart. You just ignore it. Sorry about that. Like something really just fell in. Whatever. It was probably a bug. First editions are the most valuable and highest prices go to those with holographic designs and shadowless cards in which the artwork is not set off by the drop shadow because of a printing error. So shadowless cards, which are they're basically accidents. Those are the cards that are those are cards you really should be looking for anyway. I want to tell you as a collector, those are the top cards regardless. Even in Magic and Yugioh, if you find a shadowless card, they're worth a lot of money. So if you want to get into this industry and you want to start collecting cards, I'd recommend starting there. Like, if you don't know what you're looking for, look for shadowless cards. Thank you. That is your PSA service announcement. Welcome to third period. Alright. Other famous cards, the 1997 Pikachu trophy cards, which are top value of $100,000. These cards were awarded to winners of the Pokemon World Championship, the invitation-only series of competitions of video games. Pokemon Go and trading cards or bronze trophy, depending on how the competition finished. Only a few dozen are believed to exist. So these are not newer cards, but they were seen not that long. A pre-release Raichu card. This is a card you could possibly have. Is worth around $10,000. These are what we're talking about. Cards that you wouldn't think are worth shit. Pokemon lore has it that the product distributor Wizard of the Coast made just 10 of these Raichu cards for their employees and stamped pre-release on the front. It was considered a myth until 2006 when a photo of the card was posted online. While it's rarely offered for sale, collectors believe it to fetch around $10,000. So you might find stuff like that. 1999 Wizards Rare Squirtle First Edition number 63 card. Squirtle is a water type Pokemon introduced in the first game. We already know this. While some versions of the first edition cards sell for as low as $150, some go for as high as $3,600. So you can start investing in cards. And then we have banned cards. I mean, I could talk about all the cards. The thing about the cards, though, is I wish I could show y'all a picture of a card, but there's not enough people in here. You're not talking to me. If you were like, show me a picture of the card, I'd be like, oh, okay. We'll just keep talking about Pokemon. Pokemon, I got some cards. All right. Through it all, the basic concept and appeal have remained consistent. The trading card game, or TCG as fans call it, is essentially a two-person game that can be played anywhere. There's a flat surface, or anywhere there's a flat surface on which you can lay your cards down. Each card has a Pokemon or another character from the video games. Players take the role of Pokemon trainer and battle their opponent's Pokemon, inflicting enough damage to earn a prize card. The winner generally is determined by whoever gets to 6 prize cards first. Pokemon being Pokemon, it's much more complicated than that, of course. Energy cards power the Pokemon's attack. Damage depends on the defender's weakness or resistance to the attacker's Pokemon. The players need to know such things as hit points, which is HP. The difference between basic and evolved Pokemon. How to use trainer cards with special effects. What happens when you enter a Pokemon gym, and the list goes on. But at the end of the day, the cards offer the same thrills as the video game with the added benefit of a tactical experience. So yeah, I played the Pokemon card game. it is fun. Once you know what you're doing, it's pretty fun. You kind of got to mix up your decks after a while though, but it's pretty fun. Sorry. All right. Actually playing the game can be properly delightful, writes the popular culture website Den of Geeks. Deploying the right Pokemon at the right time and assisting them with the perfect trainer cards can really get tactical. Winning is satisfying, but it's also enjoyable just to pit your wits against a friend and see how it goes. That is kind of true. So, Pokemon keeps rolling out new cards, decks, booster packs, trainer kits, theme decks, TCGs, not TCGs, ETBs, so stuff like that. So every so often a card gets pulled because it's too powerful or too disruptive to the game. So it's basically a Cinderace. Let's keep it real. The card is a Cinderace. The card usually that they have to pull, it changes the dynamic somewhat for the most advanced players. Plus, kids are constantly inventing their own rules with regional differences in gameplay. To keep on top of it all, there's a cottage industry of online tutorials, books, chat rooms, exploring the nuances of TCGs, etc., etc. Reddit. Excuse me. As with all things Pokemon, the constant changes and careful interconnections with the rest of the product in the larger Pokemon universe keep the card game fresh and relevant. It has become so popular that the TCG has inspired its own video games. And now players don't even need to buy the physical cards. Pokemon has a free streaming version of the game on its website. Yes, it does. Yes, it does, because I play it all the time. And then when I downloaded the cards into the game, I have more cards. So you got to buy the TCG cards to use for the game. See, they figured it out, man. They figured it out. It's a conspiracy. Yeah. Oh, Ludicolo! Ludicolo! Hello, hello. What up, Alpha Wolf? Alpha Wolf, welcome to the party. Literally, Ludicolo, Ludicolo.
Alpha 1, come in. Alpha 1.
Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. We're right now we're going over to Pokemon TCG. We just talked about Pokemon Go. What else did we do? That was basically it. We recapped what we were talking about last week. We did our damn thing. The ocean is a soup. In what way, shape, or form? Actually, no. I kind of understand what you mean. When you say it out loud, it makes a little bit more sense. Yeah. You know you can catch Pokemon in the ocean with Pokemon Go? Yeah, it has all the ingredients. It has shrimp, lobster, it has fish, it has veggie meat salad. It has salt. It warms up a lot. Yeah, it is like a soup. See, the farm is the salad. This is true. See, it's a conspiracy, man. It's a conspiracy. You know what's funny? I was literally just talking about that. I think, did you jump in when I started talking about conspiracies? Let's talk about how Pokemon has been robbing us. Like, no, I love the game so much. I'm like, they want me to play the streaming game on their website, so they make me buy the cards, so I have to use the barcode to put it in the website. I'm on to you. Sorry if I took it. You definitely entered at the right moment. So right now we're still going over to TCG, the card game. I suggest you stick around, Alpha. We're not going to be too long tonight, but this is where we're trying to show people that this isn't just we're doing our thing. This isn't just us doing this for one time only. We're going to do this a lot, and on top of it, we want people to do the quiz after the sixth session, which is a chance to win some stuff. But if you stick around, you might get a chance to see what you could win. You could win. You could win. You could be somebody.
You get a prize.
Everybody's a winner. But even as we're talking about the Pokemon card game, let me get back to this. As complicated as it may seem, the game is actually simpler than competing with Magic. I don't really know how to play Magic, so I'm sorry to those people. Which is more whimsical. I've heard it's got different things about it that I just can't grasp. So I prefer Pokemon the card game. There's even a version of the Pokemon card game with easier rules, and those kids/adults who don't want to master the strategy are happy to collect and trade the cards. It's Pokemon, so of course it's fun. Duh. It offers the same rush most players look for in a tabletop battle-style game like Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh, without having to learn as much as the details and rules and the uniqueness of the cards. You are somebody. I'm gonna tell the world. Yo, speaking of this, I'm gonna tell you some funny things I found out. So Slowking the card is banned. You can't use a Slowking. So apparently the card caused problems when it went from Japanese to the English version because Slowking originally had a special ability called Mind Games that was activated only when it was the active Pokemon. But in an apparent printing issue, the stipulation disappeared in the English version, so players could use the ability with multiple Slowkings, and it would hobble the opponent. Like we just hold them down. I love the fire. Yo, that's what he's doing. At first I was like, what are you doing? There might be a bug. Remember, I thought it hit me. So he's over there attacking. Yeah, there was a bug. He's fighting it. What the fuck is he doing? Yeah, so you can't use a Slowking. Word. It was kind of broken. No, it was English people watching anime without the subs. It's literally what happened. The translation got lost. It was like, no, we got this. So let's talk about one of my favorite things, because if you stick around, you're going to see why we're going to talk about this. Pokemon versus Yu-Gi-Oh. So ever since Yu-Gi-Oh hit North America in 2002, the debate has raged over how it measures up to Pokemon. Both games feature monsters with different kinds of powers duking it out. Both work from colorful cards that are periodically updated. Both baffle parents and distract from homework. Commercially, Yu-Gi-Oh! Or King of Games ranks in the top 3 best-selling trading card games in the world, and its anime shows, video games are very popular. But we already said this earlier, didn't we? What's the number 2 trading card game in the world? Pokemon knocks out Yu-Gi-Oh! It beats it with movies. It beats it with television shows. Let's face it. Nobody in Hollywood is rushing to make Detective Blue Eyes White Dragon, which is facts. Nobody wants to see Detective Blue Eyes White Dragon. Nobody wants to see Yugi. Actually, they're lying. I would love to see Yugi's grandfather get sent to hell. Or I would love to see Kaiba jump out a window while he was shooting at people. Because I never got to see that in the cartoon. It wasn't in the anime. They took that stuff out. It's like, I am possessed by the soul of a pharaoh. Like, what? It's a little dark. But, I mean, let's get down to it. So, the character designs, who would you pick? Yeah, they used their fingers. They had finger guns, man. They had finger guns. They was pointing at him with the finger, and he was like, don't move. And Kaiba was like, what are you going to do? Point at me? And it was like, yeah. They even changed the dub. So, by design, who could resist a Jigglypuff or an Eevee? They don't die, they faint, obviously. But while there are some badass Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Delivers on the darker side. This game has 5 pieces of Exodia, the forbidden one. 5 cards that are literally pieces. They are facts. Arms, legs, torso. You get the idea. Oh shit. But I guess Yu-Gi-Oh! Isn't as dark because even though Exodia split into pieces, he was pointing at me. So, complexity. Pokemon has more cards, more characters, more moves, just more to keep track of, and then changes everything with new decks based on the new video games. Tutors on the internet help first-time players in Pokemon. he wasn't Exodia. No, he was Exodia was an Egyptian god. He was damn, he was legend. I know what he was. I'm gonna look that up because I feel like he was an Egyptian god, but he wasn't. He was something else. Like he was a. Let me look that up right now because you now have me like I know what he is. Like I know what this is. He's a dark spellcaster. That's what he is. He's the ultimate spellcaster. So basically, he's technically a forbidden card, and because you unleash his forbidden energy, he murders everyone. That's crazy. So he's literally like the card that the ancient gods locked away. So he technically is beyond that, which is dope. That's kind of cool. I didn't even think of it like that. But you know, Pokemon's still an easier game to learn, even though we were just talking about how like people need guides and stuff. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Just turn on the TV. In the show, the characters actually play the game, while the Pokemon anime, you know, it deviates from it and sometimes contradicts the card game. Yeah, Pokemon's a little bit more easier. Yeah. What was the other? There was another one like Exodia. It was the one with the red dragon with that head and all those mouths. That thing was crazy. I gotta look that one up. There's a couple ones. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh is more like a brain game, and also on top of it, Yu-Gi-Oh has also made things a little bit easier now. They keep saying because they introduced they're like trying to make the game easier so people can play it, which is how you get those new ones. You know, you got the Rush Deal game. And then you got the different rules that simplify things and speed it up. So Yu-Gi-Oh has multiple forms. The original Yu-Gi-Oh is like chess, whereas the new Yu-Gi-Oh is more of a checkers. Like they try to make it the same board, but it's easier to play, and it's still, I guess, tactical. So yeah, that's why they came out with those shows. They tried to make it a little bit more reasonable for people. Yeah, there you go, Duel Links. And there was another one. It was I always want to say GX. I think it is GX. I think that's the other one. Excuse me. But you know, Prestige, no matter how much a player loves Yu-Gi-Oh, so far nobody has dropped 6 figures on a card. In the collections market, Pokemon blows away Yu-Gi-Oh, which can boast a max sale of 2,000 for a morphing jar. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh ain't got shit. It speaks to the overall grip Pokemon has on the pop culture, whereas Pikachu is the new Mickey Mouse, and Pokemon card tournaments are still the competition. Yeah, Pikachu's the new Mickey Mouse. There's all there. Why are all these mice running things? Remember we talked about that? We was like, what's up with all these mice? Like, yeah, go rob a bank with an Exodia card. See how much you come out with. It'd be crazy. Go rob a what if there was like a movie and somebody just robbed a bank just to get a Charizard card? Like, how much is it worth? It's worth like 100. No, if the Illustrator card is to get like $1 million card, it's like, yo, we're gonna go rob this bank. Why? It's in this guy's safety deposit box. It's a little town in Texas. Like some crazy ass shit. Like, I'll be like, let's do it. So let's talk about the original trading card game. Released in 1993, Magic the Gathering is the granddaddy of all trading card games. The battle among spellcasting wizards is reminiscent of Dungeons and Dragons and just as complicated. For many, Magic the Gathering, as fans call it, is more like chess. There you go, Alpha. With more cards, more rules, and just more stuff in general to know. But Pokemon is similar to checkers. So what did you just call Yu-Gi-Oh? The fuck? What is Yu-Gi-Oh now? Backgammon? They just call Yu-Gi-Oh backgammon. As with Pokemon, new Magic the Gathering cards come out regularly in expansion sets, and there are worldwide tournaments with professional players. But Magic doesn't have a movie franchise. No, it doesn't. Magic doesn't have an anime. No, it doesn't. And no movie coming out at all. The one that was in development and collapsed when Disney snapped up Fox in 2019 is gone, as animated TV shows is in the works, as well as a couple of video games. But at its core, Imagine Pokemon fusing just like Digimon. Pokemon do fuse, bro. You didn't know? Reshiram and Zekrom, they fuse. And then there's another one. There's a couple Pokemon that fuse, bro. I'll look them up for you. But Black and White, the whole story was the fusion, and there's a couple other Pokemon. Oh, the ones from Sun and Moon, they can fuse. Yeah, there's fusion Pokemon. It's dope, right? Magic the Gathering has nothing, and despite the lack of commercial tie-ins and merchandise, it still boasts a huge sale, even though it doesn't have that. Yeah, no, can't do a Venusaur in a muck, but you know what you can do? A Charizard. I wish you could do a Charizard and a Venusaur. There is a form of another fusion. I gotta look up all the fusions. There is a couple fusion Pokemon. You should look that up while we're doing this. That's a good analysis. So, hey guys, everybody listening? Is everybody listening? Put your hands up if you're listening. Sleeping powder, minimize should be illegal. Minimize should be. Yeah, there's a couple of ones that should. It's because Venusaur is the shit. Hey, you want to hear something that isn't illegal? It's not illegal. What Demi Lovato thinks about Pokemon. You want to know what Demi Lovato thinks about Pokemon? The singer was so obsessed with catching Pokemon on tour, she could be heard yelling backstage, "There's no fucking Pokemon here." This revelation came from Nick Jonas with the hashtag, "This is how it sounds." Yeah, there you go. That's what Demi Lovato thinks. I should definitely do like one of those stupid reading rainbow things where it's like in the middle of it you just stop and goes, "Hey everybody, you want to know what I'm thinking?" And then they say, and then it's like, "Thank you for thinking," or "Thank you for listening to what I'm thinking," and then it goes back to the show.
See you later, snow cone.
Bye, you sweet snow cone.
Bread though.
Bye, you snow cone. So during Let's go to Europe. Developer Niantic made several changes to Pokemon Go as people spent more time at home amid the global pandemic. More monsters spawned in the wild, which meant less walking to find them, and incense could be bought for 1 coin and work twice as long, helping to catch more Pokemon. Thank you, Niantic. Thank you. You are saving lives. So, you want to hear a story? No matter how cute you think Squirtle is, keep him at home when you go to a concert. The audience at a Rihanna concert in France, not America, France, found this out when the singer ordered the crowd to put away their phones and not even dare play Pokemon Go while she was performing. She said, "I don't want to see you texting your boyfriend or your girlfriend," the singer said. And she said, "I don't want to see anybody playing Pokemon in this bitch." A concert goer at a Beyonce show, also in France, posted an Instagram video of another fan playing the game while Queen Bee was only a few feet away. She said out loud, "This bitch is finding Pokemon." The video taker can be heard yelling. Said, "This bitch is playing Pokemon." She said, "She's finding Pokemon when Beyonce's singing." Was that Nicole? Said, "Fucking Pokemon. Look at where she is. Look at where she is. She's next to the stage and she's playing fucking Pokemon." Yeah, the concert's a hot spot, definitely. You're like, "Beyonce, there's a Pikachu on your shoulder. Don't move." I got him. Yo. I'd have probably turned around and snapped on a chick calling me out. I'd be like, "Mind your fucking business." How about you enjoy Beyonce? I didn't come here for her. They said there's some Pokemon in here. I was like, "I ain't come here for Beyonce. Who are you? Who are you?" Alright, so I'm gonna add a new little. I came in for the Dragonite. That's awesome. So while we're talking about this, I'm gonna also bring up a new segment that we should talk about. Pokemon we love, like Dragonite. It's a dragon-like orange creature with small wings that have a green underside to them. It's highly recognizable with a pair of long antennae on its head. Its snout is small and round and its pair of friendly eyes. This Pokemon is a kind creature that takes to humans easily.
A Dragonite can fly extremely fast, even faster than the speed of sound, regardless of its size. It lives mostly by the water and is rarely in the wild. This Pokemon is very protective of its environment and will do anything if it's threatened. So, Alpha, you came here for the Dragonite. You got more than you bargained for. How's that Pokemon going? Actually, while we're here, let's talk about my favorite Pokemon. It's Eevee. My favorite Pokemon is Eevee. I thought about that long and hard one day, and I was like, it's definitely Eevee because I even use all the evolution forms in battle. If you asked me though before I thought about that, if I could focus on my school like I focus on the stream, I'd pass an essay in one go. Well, if you need help, ask me. I'm a very good teacher. Of course, I'll put up some video games to relate it. But my favorite Pokemon is Eevee because this pet-like Pokemon is one of the most versatile you can have. It can evolve into 8 different creatures depending on the method used. It has gentle brown fur, pointy ears, and bushy tail that matches furry collar. Eevee is completely urban. Yeah, that's my Pokemon. But due to its peculiar genetic structure, it can adapt and is known to evolve into another Pokemon depending on its environment. While Eevee on its own may be considered weak, it's well loved because of its ability to be a great Pokemon. What do I think of BSG Radio? It's probably going to come soon. It's kind of funny you mention that. We have a couple things that are going to pop up soon. Like, we have a cooking channel. It's coming soon. Like, trust me, I'm down. Like, if you did the sounds and stuff, hell yeah. Really, we were supposed to be doing more podcasts. This is technically what this is. This is really just a podcast because he's playing the game and you're listening to me. But it's coming, Alpha. If you want to help, just send me a message. You already know you're already involved. So we gave out questions last week. Oh, that'd be dope. We'll talk more about that. Message me in a minute. So, last week we were talking about. Thanks, bro. Last week we were talking about the quizzes, and I gave out some of the quiz questions again. First quiz question: how do you tell the difference between a male Pikachu and a female Pikachu? The answer was the tail. The second question: Pokemon is short for. That was simple, so simple. What is Pokemon short for, Alpha? You know the answer. You know this, man? Shit, I'm about to hit up another you know this, man. Time is it? It's only 8:23. Damn, it's early. Pocket Monsters is the correct answer for 1,000. Alex, what has he won? He doesn't know what he's won yet. We will show them. And what was that? That was 2 questions? Did I just throw out 2 questions? The third question I already know. I didn't say. Satoshi Tahiro was inspired to create Pokemon by. What was Satoshi? How was Satoshi Tahiro inspired to create Pokemon? That was the third question. If you know the answer, tell me. Oh, stop it. Time's up, Alex. Bug collecting. He was inspired to create Pokemon by bug collecting. Yeah, that's cool, right? Do I have a pen? Start circling these motherfuckers. Yeah, the fuck. On our first Pokemon level 101, period 1, it was all about Satoshi Tahiri. So yeah, you should check that out. We put up a lot of information about him. We talk about him a lot. And then a question from tonight. I give you a question for tonight. That's what that be. That would be. Well, I'm missing a question. I know I asked another question. Can't remember what it was. So we're gonna change that question because I can't fucking remember what it was. Yeah. Ding. We're gonna add this question to make this 4. So this doesn't count as one of the 2 questions from tonight. This is just technically it can count as whatever. Fuck it, it's an extra question. What are all the professors in Pokemon named after? Think about that one. That's a good one. I know the answer. Thank you, yeah, Alpha. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so now the questions from the night. So tonight we should end with 6 questions. A 1999 base 4 Charizard sold in 2020 for how much money? I brought it up already. Hopefully you heard it. I'll give you 5 seconds. Count out loud. Time's up. 500. Woo. Woo. Can I buy that off you? Charizard in December of 2020 sold for $369,000. $369,000. That's why we were going to make a movie about robbing a bank in Tulsa, and in the safety deposit box is a Charizard card. Yes. Oh, I remember the question. So, all right, he got a rare Mewtwo card. Send it to a PSA, a Beckett, or somebody like that can grade them, and then get it cased. If you want to send it to a cheaper company, send it to GMA, but send that off and get that case, because once it's cased and graded, you can sell it for the highest value. This is coming from Pokemon, not even expert, Pokemon researcher. I'm still good with Pokemon research. And the final question, and technically this is the question I asked the week before, I forgot all about it. What is Satoshi Tahiri's favorite Pokemon? And it's the creator Satoshi Tahiri. That was from the first Pokemon level 101. Starts with a P. I'd give you 10, because this is a little tougher. Watch that. E10. Starting now. Poliwag is correct. It's from the manga if you got a hard time figuring that one out. But yes, Poliwag is correct. All right, so we have 6 questions, and remember those because we're going to give you some more questions, and it's going to be at the end of our streaming sessions. We're going to do 5 of these, or no, we're going to do 6 of these. Poliwag or Ponytail. Yeah, we're going to do 6 of these, like I said, and at the end of it, we're going to have a prize. Hold on one second, I'm going to set this up so you can see what it is. Nightbot, you drunk, go home. Oh, it's not even plugged in. I'm tripping. Nightbot, activate mute mode. Go gadget mute. Go gadget Nightbot, stop lurking annoying. I did check out the show Lucifer. I checked out a little bit. My mom is in love with the show. I'm not a fan of it just because I know where it came from. It's so silent here. Sorry, Kenny, it was a little silent. It's the music. It'll be back in a second. But welcome. Yeah, I checked out the show Lucifer. I liked the first season a little bit. Oh yeah, an OG. Yeah, we were just talking about the history of Pokemon too. If you want to check out the stream later, we were going over a Pokemon card game, and we were also going over Pokemon Go. We do this every Wednesday. Yeah, I like the first season of Lucifer. The only issue I have with Lucifer, the show, is because I watched Constantine. And I like the Constantine show more, and I think the Constantine show should have lasted way longer than it did. But also the connection with how, like, I think Lucifer pops up, or Constantine pops up in Lucifer one of the ways. It's good, but I also feel like they stepped a little bit away from the comic and tried to phase it into like that Fox TV show night thing. But when it hit Netflix, that's when I was like kind of upset. I was like, it should have always been on Netflix, because they could have did it like the whole thing the way it was supposed to really be done, instead of like holding it back. But yeah, I like it, but I guess I'm one of those people that it's like I know a little bit too much. So I'm sorry, I'm not hating on it though. I just feel like I know a little bit too much. But how do you guys feel about it? Let me know. I'm listening. Let me see if I can get this thing to work. There we go. So I promised you guys, and I said everybody who stopped in, I promised you guys an idea of what we got for those quiz questions and the prizes we might give away. Oh yeah, that's how you should feel about a show. You shouldn't regret watching it. That's how I want to feel. That I feel like I would regret watching it, but I feel like I wish I didn't know as much as I knew. Like, because it's like, how do I put this? Constantine can pop up in the show. Once Constantine can pop up in the show, I feel like, where's the rest of the superheroes? Like, that means they're living in that world, and that's when my mind starts going wild. And that's where I kind of, that's just me. That's why I'm saying I'm glad you can enjoy it. I wish I could enjoy it. I wish I didn't know what I know. I gotta look that up. I was gonna say I never really picked up on it like that. When you said that, I was like, is he talking about Hero Academia? And I was like, no, that's not that one.
guys. Give me a second. I'm really just adjusting this thing. I shall never watch it. I'm gonna do some Persona, bro. You gotta watch me play some Persona. I know you were like, this reminds me of a bad anime, but it's so good. Oh yeah. Yo, I binged the shit out of Demon Slayer. I'm still binging Demon Slayer. I know how that feels. Alright, you ready to check out what we've been working on? And what we might have as a prize for you guys? I need you to say, I need to see it. That's what she said. But I need you to say, I want to see what you guys got. Show me the money. Show me. I was waiting, Alpha. All right. Scoop. There it is. There's my thing there. So if you can see what we have on the table for you today, one time only. Right? Like, hold on one second. Is the chat box in there? Yeah, chat box is in there. Hold on. Gotta turn that slide off. Play. So, hold on. I'll show you more in a second. He said, oh shit. So this is what we have. If you want. That better? Yeah, I'm gonna switch the screens and make them bigger. I just wanted to make sure it could be seen. Give me your shirt. There we go.
Why can't y'all hear me? Why should this is? Oh, you can hear me? Ah, fuck you, dog. Get off me. My dog just attacked me. That's better. I switched over to the camera. Just make sure, I'm just trying to make sure you can hear me pretty good. Okay. Yeah, I switched over to the camera. Because I don't know what the hell is going on. Hold on 1 second. Alright. So those are the cards. Can you still hear me? Yeah, we have Shining Fates, we have Champion's Path, Battle Styles, Sun and Moon, we have Legendary Packs, Legendary Blue Eyes. So yeah, these are the cards that we have if you can remember those questions. We're not giving you all the cards. We're shipping out some cards. Find out your information later if you win. But after the sixth day, we're gonna ask for all the quiz questions, or the sixth, period 6. Look for period 6. We're gonna ask all the quiz questions. We're also gonna be uploading these videos, so if you didn't see any of them, go look at them again. But we're also gonna rerun them. So for the most part, that's, I guess, the end of our stream, because we've done everything. Dave's tired of losing. I've talked enough about Pokemon today. I think I need to stop saying the word Pokemon, because I'm going to hear that word in my sleep. Pokemon, Pokemon, Pokemon. Yeah, right. Thank you, people, for joining us. Thank you for everybody watching now and later. Thank you for everybody who's been supporting us. Also, don't forget to stop by Andromeda_AG. They're definitely doing something right now. Shouts out to Alpha for sticking in. Shouts out to Kenny for stopping by. All my friends, all my people, everybody. Oh, and if you are looking for a book to read, don't forget to go read Demon Slayer. It is amazing. I recommend it highly. And we will also be doing some manga reading soon, because we also have Pokemon manga. Yes, sir. We have Pokemon manga, so we're gonna I actually have the strips, so eventually while we're playing Pokemon we will be reading the strips, so definitely join us for those. Again, thank you, have a good night or a good day or a good